Alright guys, we don't have a ton of time for this backtesting session, but I want to get it I want to get it in. So we're going to go ahead and backtest for what I can. I can probably do about an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So yeah, maybe an hour and 20, maybe an hour and 25. We'll see. But first things first, the number one thing that I want to backtest today, more than anything else, is that first strike back to the upside. Guys, that trade back up using the first line for value gap was so beautiful, and it was absolutely devastating. It was devastating that I didn't stay long bias, because I have a pretty good feeling if I stayed long bias, I would have caught the first strike back up to the upside. And like it almost makes me want to cry because of how obvious, how stupidly obvious this is. Back up. So anyway, this is the very first thing we're gonna backtest today, and like the crazy thing about the first strike back to the upside is, honestly, if you had gotten this entry, you could have gotten in for the entire day, and you can see just how much of a range you would have been able to get in on. So just absolutely devastating. Like, I'm not gonna lie, pretty sad. Like I was like, wow. I honestly, I definitely knew that the market was gonna stay bullish, and I shouldn't have been looking for shorts. I'm just gonna be so for real. Like, shorts were the wrong idea here. The higher time frame, this is why I always need to make sure, this is why I always do the higher time frame when I get on the charts, is because the higher time frame controls the lower time frame. And I know that the lower time frame sometimes, it's helpful just to get on the lower time frame and figure it out. But here in this case is a perfect example of just like, if you just knew the higher time frame, then you just get in for longs and you're good for the day. Anyway, I was definitely somewhat devastated here. So first presented for value gap, we backfill it. You can see the body's holding it. And then if you drop down to a 5-second chart, so this is how you take first strike, right? You look for the first presented for value gap, and then you look for it to get held. Now we could actually do a 15-second chart. So it's either a 15-second chart or a 5-second chart. So first presented for value gap, right? We backfill it. We get a liquidity sweep into it. My guess is we were probably below true opens. Let's go ahead and check. Dude, this is absolutely devastating. I am just now deciding that I am going to change the font, I'm pretty sure, of the true opens to be 8 instead of 10. I don't know. It's just something I just decided. But yeah, wow. This, right, we backfill the first presented for value gap, and then 15-second change in state in a lot of different ways occurs, right? But the most obvious way, which I will show here, was like, this is what I could have caught if I had stayed long bias. So there is manipulation, and we have basically all this as accumulation. Let's get out true opens, right? So 922.30, we already had that down there. So the next true open was 950. I think it's 950. Let's check. Yeah, 950.37.5. So around here. And let's just make sure this is right. 950. Yeah, so around here. And so manipulation occurs beneath this, as we would expect. And then we backfill the first presented value gap. So all of this is accumulation, like this entire range here. All of this, all of it, it's all accumulation. Manipulation. This is what I mean when I say AMD is very, very specific. It's very, very specific. It's not maybe this was accumulation, maybe this was manipulation. No, because of true opens, we know for a fact what was accumulation, what was manipulation, right? And then what is distribution. Accumulation, but we manipulate below the true opens into the bottom of the first presented value gap, and then we expand. We expand once we manipulate, get an internal sweep of this low. My guess is we probably had SMT with over here. We should probably check. Dude, this was such a good trade. I wish I stayed long bias because I would have caught this. I am so sure. I'm so sure if I just stayed long bias that I would have caught this. I don't think this was that difficult of a trade. It was just I was short bias because all my targets got hit. But like I said on stream, it's like trying to stop a freight train. You don't stand in front of it trying to stop it, right? Even if all your targets have been hit, if it's flying off a bridge, it's flying off a bridge. That was the market today with longs, right? Like I was aware every single long target was hit. That doesn't mean it's going to stop. The market was bullish. It doesn't mean if the market's bullish, it's going to be bullish. And I can't stop the freight train, right? I had to just accept the momentum of the market and just be like, yo, dude, this thing's bullish. This thing's bullish as frick. And I should have just accepted that. Easier said than done. Looks like we did have an SMT with this swing low here with YM. So there's your SMT, right? Somewhere along those lines, you get some kind of SMT with YM here. And so you can see AMD is very clearly defined. This isn't like, oh, maybe there was accumulation here. Maybe there was manipulation here. No, we have a very clear key level. It's the first presented value gap. It gets backfilled. We have an SMT with YM. This is very, very precise as well. And then we perfectly efficiently deliver the first presented value gap. We get a aligned time frame change in state, which either could be on the 15-second or the 5-second. Bang! We get it multiple different spots, right? Here's one here. Here's one here. I would probably go for this one here, and then I would enter via the wick. So like this. Now it's crazy because you can see you know so much and so many people tried to enter here that not enough orders could even get filled. Not enough orders could even get filled. That is how precise some of these models are, guys. And you might be wondering, why are you entering on the wick? Because a lot of the time in these types of situations, the body will not get used. It will be the wick. And you can see that was the case there. So, all right. So 15-second change state. We could have looked at a 5-second, but I think this is the most obvious one. You also could have entered on the close. Let's see how that, yeah, the close closed really high. I would not enter on the close personally, but that's just me. And yeah, I'm going to slowly start switching these over to being 8-point font. Because, I don't know, I just feel like it should be smaller. I don't think it needs to be that big. And I like having the extra room on my chart. So yeah, this is our PD array. Accumulation, manipulation, very precise. Manipulation of the lows. Here starts distribution off of this first presented value gap as our PD array. and then we can project out the order block. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4 projections to the upside, and then 7 and 8 projections as well. 4 projections is the obvious target, and we can go right for the accumulation high, which is perfect. So once again, you can see why I'm devastated here. I mean, it's just, if it isn't obvious already, this is just, you know, textbook. This is textbook as it gets, and I honestly just overlooked the fact that the market was going to stay bullish. If I had a bullish bias in this situation, I definitely should have caught this trade, and yeah, it's honestly just depressing. I know. It's not that hard. It shouldn't be that hard, but, you know, sometimes I suck at trading, and I don't know, man. It is very depressing to just see how precise these markets are and then be like, oh yeah, I just messed up. It wasn't like the market was, it wasn't the market's fault. It's never the market's fault. It's always your fault. And that's what people don't realize, is like they try and blame the loss on the market when the market's perfect. And it's like, come on, stop it. The best traders in the world are running these markets. So you think you're better than them? No. You are not, and if you're wrong, the market's going to punish you. Period. But I'm definitely a little cheesed because, like, this is so clear. This is so clear, and there's no reason I shouldn't have been able to catch these longs. And yeah, I'm obviously a little cheesed here. So first strike, up 4 projections. Hey, what up, Javier? Dude, I wish I kept long bias, bro. It's so frustrating because I knew we were in a giant market maker buy model. I knew it from like all day long. I knew, but I just chose to try and short, even when I knew that it was probably gonna be bullish. Bro, I obviously have issues, but whatever. I mean, no one's perfect, right? No one's perfect, and I gotta, you know, stop being so hard on myself. But also, it's a learning opportunity, right? And that's why I'm here, is to learn. So, anyway, we're back. We're here. We're showing up again. I only can be on the charts for about an hour and a half because I have an appointment. I gotta go on a phone call. But before that, right, we're gonna backtest. So, boom, boom. I mean, entry on that retest of that wick of the CISD. Here you go. You can put stop loss probably underneath the sweep. That's a pretty reasonable spot. And then target that 4th projection at 3.7 R. I like that. You even go like that, honestly. You probably get away with the stop loss around here and be perfectly fine. I'm trying to make it 4 projections. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, you're basically still you're taking this as a 2022 model as well, and the 15-second is what you're doing. We could even take this a cycle lower. See, if, I'm honestly curious. You know what? My curiosity is getting the best of me. I want to see if there's a picocycle true open. We gotta check. My curiosity is getting the best of me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, right? We have regular true opens, like true day open, which is midnight, true session opens and all that. True 90-minute opens, true 22.5-minute opens. But then we also have, which I just recently discovered, is we have true pico opens, which are every 5 minutes. And these are insane. These are gonna blow your mind. So we gotta find the one for this cycle, which should be what, 10 something. So 10:03:16. Let's see if that gets used. Yeah, so that gets manipulated right at the manipulation. Incredible. Genuinely so cool. So 10:03:16. I would only use Pico opens in the opening range. That's what I would say. Regards to Pico opens, I think, you know, they're cool for the opening range because of the volatility that occurs in the opening range, but then past that, they're probably not as helpful. 10:03. 10:03:16.875. So there's your true Pico open right there. Boom. $5.625. And yeah, you can see how that gets manipulated, and then change of state occurs on the 15-second. Just incredible. The precision in these markets is just unbelievable. So yeah, this is how I take first strike. Did I save this as a template? You just got to keep going. Like when things get hard, when things get really hard, and I also mess this up. I saved this as wrong. I saved this wrong. When things get hard, you know what you should do? 1, backtest more. Then 2, show up tomorrow. Show up the next day. Show up the next day. And then do it again. 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 Until the markets and the universe have nothing else to say other than you're going to be successful. That's it sounds crazy, but like that's what I fully believe to be true, and I know to be true. Just keep showing up. Just keep showing up every single day. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep fighting every day. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, so this is a beautiful first strike. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and screenshot this, put it in the journal, and then add it to trades from today. Right, we have a low resistant liquidity curve above here. Right, there's a low resistant liquidity curve. And then we have low resistant liquidity curve down here, right? And somewhat of a high resistant liquidity curve through here. So it's incredible actually if you think about it. So this LRLR is rocket fuel to expand us up to this LRLR, and not to mention this is kind of high resistant in and of itself. Bang. Now that is an A+ trade. We could even put a gradient on this and watch. I bet you bodies use the 0.5 of the first center for value gap. How cool is that? It's incredible actually. It's incredible. I mean, that is really, really precise. And then we continue. We continue through it. That's really cool. Hey, I got a strat if you want me to send you a screenshot using volume profiles. Bet. Yeah, definitely send it to me. How's this week so far? I had a green day on Monday, red day today. Today was perfectly called price action all throughout the day, and I knew it was bullish. And then I tried shorting, which was completely wrong, and I knew shorts were inherently going to be more risky, and I messed up. I should not have been trying to short, and then I stopped trading. But had I just not taken the trade, had I not tried to short, I would have almost certainly caught these longs off of the first center for value gap, 15-second change in state, retest of the wick of it, and I almost certainly would have caught this. And it's like, dude, goes to show why, one, you gotta have right bias, two, just keep showing up, three, don't beat yourself up about losses. Just keep going. Just keep going. So anyway, it's all good. This is first strike, 10:06:30. Yeah. What's cool about this trade is you can see it bottom ticks it, and whenever something gets bottom ticked, the coolest thing about bottom ticking the market, in my opinion, isn't even bottom ticking. That's, I mean, obviously the bonus of it, but also it means you basically got a perfect trade. If you bottom tick a trade, it means your trade was basically perfect because you were so in line with smart money that smart money literally couldn't get enough orders filled at that exact same price level before price started to expand. That is, by definition, a perfect trade, in my opinion. If smart money can't get enough orders filled at the price level that same price level that you're trying to enter at, bro, that's like you and the GOAT of trading taking the exact same trade. That's essentially what the market is telling you. Like, the greatest trader of all time took the exact same trade as you. Dude, if you ever bottom tick the market, pat yourself on the back for that exact reason, because you know you just took a trade at the same exact place as the greatest trader of all time. Because the greatest traders of all time, let's face it, they control the market. They do, because otherwise, you know, they're the ones getting their orders filled. So the greatest traders of all time, they're the ones that are controlling price. 10:06:30. First strike, and this is the 1 minute first minute for value gap aligned with a 15-second change in state. So yeah, man, just gotta keep showing up. 10:06:30 first strike, 1 minute 15-second. Yeah, what a beautiful trade. What a beautiful trade. Then you could take this up 8 projections as well. Alright, so here's 7 projections. 7 projections is pretty reasonable. 8 projections. And we just kept going all day. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine just getting in on one first strike? Just one. If you can get in on first strike on an expansion day, if you can just get in and then hold it for the rest of the day, you will be a millionaire. You'll be a millionaire. If you can get in on first strike and then hold it for the rest of the day, dude, I almost want to tweet this. If you can get in on first strike and hold it for the rest of the day and do that 5 times, you will be a millionaire. It's like, this is crazy how precise these markets are. Whoops. Let's turn off the alarms. Bro, you just gotta keep showing up. It's so hard. It is literally so hard, but no matter what happens, just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. The market's gonna beat your face into the dirt, and you're gonna be crying tears of. Let's face it, you're gonna be crying tears of. I don't want to say it. You're gonna be bleeding, right? And it's not fun. But show up. Show up the next day. And 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 then all of a sudden, bang! You're one of the greatest traders in the world because you never stopped showing up. Man, could you imagine just holding this whole thing? Be crazy. So, okay, so we definitely just screenshotted that. Let's also screenshot having held for 7 projections, because that's a pretty reasonable thing to do as well. So 4 projections is right there. Dope, right? So let's hold for 4 projections. Then let's also say, let's just say we held for 7 projections. Okay, 7 projections is right here. Right? So here's the same trade had we have held for 7 projections. Also a very sick trade. You could have held for 8 projections. Once again, with first strike, I like 4 projections, 7 projections, and 8 projections. They're just my favorite projections with first strike. I don't know. It's just what I've seen from my back testing. So, bang, 4 projections. There you go. Right, bang, 4, 7. Once again, this LRLR being rocket fuel to expand us up to 7 projections. Boom. Trading's not easy, guys. Trading is so stupidly hard. It is so stupidly hard. It's going to make you cry. But just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. And then show up again. 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 And then laugh. Then just laugh at how good you get at trading. Because the market rewards persistent. Bro, if I hold today and yesterday, I would have retired my fam. No! This is why I preach TPing with stop loss and either holding for a far out draw on liquidity that you know is likely to hit, right? Or hold it for the rest of the day and TP right before the market closes. If you could do that, one time, just once, and I know I'm gonna do it soon. It's a matter of time before I do it. If you hold for the rest of the day, or you hold for a higher time from draw on liquidity, end up hitting a 15R, that one trade is gonna make your year. That is why I preach like TP with stop loss. Like if you get displacement through your TP, slide that stop loss in, you're gonna be able to get that whole run. Now obviously you need the right context, but TPing with stop loss under the right context will literally retire you. It will. It will. And it's crazy, especially if you knew like today should expand, which obviously we all knew today should probably expand. Like I think all of us were aware that today was likely to expand to the upside, right? I think at least I was. Now obviously I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I took shorts. So I can't really say anything because I took shorts, but the whole morning prior to market open, I was like, okay, data low, data high, let's see it. Boom, boom, and then I called it from beginning to end. And it's like, bro, I should have stayed more bullish. I underestimated how bullish the market would be. Problem is we hit the low time frame targets, and I was like, okay, so maybe we should reverse. Obviously that wasn't the case, right? Obviously the market kept going even after the low time frame targets. And it's the analogy I said earlier. It's like trying to stop a freight train. The market was a giant freight train this morning, and it's like you can't stop it. You can't get in front of it and try and stop it. As much as you think, like, as much as you might think that you can, you can't. You can't stop a freight train, you know? So Okay, so here's first strike number 2. This is the best trade of the day. This was trade of the day, and honestly, I should probably post this as trade of the day. We could also look at this as the 5-second version, right? Let's take a look at the 5-second version of this. The light turned off here. Let's take a look at the 5-second version, because I'm sure there was a 5-second version. There were multiple versions. Like you get in on this 5-second here. Bang! Look at that 5-second CSD. Look at that 2022 model on the 5-second. Jeez. Jeez, look. No, we got to talk about this. Let's just say that we took this. Sure. I mean, you want to be in it or no?
Sure.
All right. Let's just say, you know what's crazy is I guess you can align like these models with the 2022 model. Like, you know how I said, I'm just not realizing this. You can align. This is crazy. You can align. Not only can you align a higher time frame key level with a change in state of delivery, and align a higher time frame key level with an inversion for value gap, you can align a higher time frame key level with the 2022 model. I'm just now realizing this. I mean, wait, that's crazy. I'm just writing this down. With a 2022 fair value gap, as well as a aligned time frame, CISD, IPG, and also outside bar and a pin bar, right? Those are also ways to align time and price. For flow state, you can align a higher time frame key level with a 2022 fair value gap. That's crazy. Every day I learn something. Every day. It never stops. So we have a 2022 fair value gap here, right? On the 5-second. Below our Pico open. Our true Pico open. Dude, is this not the coolest thing? Oh my gosh. Now imagine taking this, and now people will be like, there's no way. But you'd be like, well then how did I do it? That is incredible. I mean, wow. This is on the 5-second. So we just aligned our first strike with a 5-second 2022 model. And I would mark that as break. Or even that. Either one. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. And then we start spooling to the upside. That's incredible. Now, what could be more precise than that? Now, oh my gosh, I can't stop my curiosity. I wonder what happens if we project the first center for value gap down 0.25 of projection. I'm way too curious. I guess only looks like 1/8 of projection. Still. It's interesting. It's interesting. 1/8 the projection. Past the first center for value gap. We go. Alright, let's go ahead and screenshot this and then add it to the journal. This is the power of knowing bias, honestly. So I would consider this first strike. $10.04.45. 10.04.45 first strike, and we're lining the first center for value up with a 5-second 2022 model. Hi.
Hi.
I'm getting a lot done.
I'm so happy.
I'm also live, just so you know. Oh, no, you can say hi.
Hi.
No one's watching.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna change. I'm gonna go work out.
Sounds good.
Because I'm your best friend.
Okay.
You have to get your appointment.
I'm not.
Okay. Love you.
Okay, love you.
You might want to set a timer or something.
I already have an alarm to go off.
Okay. Cool beans.
Mom, so there was a trade to the upside that
Okay, yeah.
if I'd stayed bullish, I almost certainly would have taken it.
Okay, yeah.
And if I'd taken it,
We'd be millionaires.
and I took profit with stop loss, I'd probably be up. And if I held it for the rest of the day, I'd probably be up like 25 R.
What?
Yeah.
Shoot. That's awesome.
I know. It's just like it was all just not staying true to my instincts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand this phone.
You want me to get you back on?
Yeah.
We could also mark this out with a 5-second change instead of delivery. That's another way that we could have taken this. Same idea, but instead of having it be a 2022 model, we take this as a change in state. Right? Boom. 5-second change in state. And then you can see, there you go. Boom. We push down into it and we deliver higher. We can project out that change instead of delivery. 4 projections. Wow, dude, look at 4 projections. And I bet we go 7 projections. Bro! No way. Oh my gosh, it's almost laughable. It's almost laughable how I can just be like, oh yeah, I bet we go 7 projections. Oh my gosh. It's almost laughable. Now that's insane. Dad, you want to see? So this was the trade I probably would have liked to have taken had I...
What, this was at what time?
So this was at 10:04, and basically, remember when I said on stream, I was like, so what might end up happening is the first presented for value gap might hold a trade to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
And so this giant black thing here, from here to here, is a fair value gap on the 1 minute. That's the first presented one.
That was it. That was earlier in the day.
So
right?
this is earlier in the day, about 9.
And it just went crazy.
9:38, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to use this as a key level, and you're gonna want to just see, okay, how is the market interacting with this? And so what ends up happening is we end up coming back down, backfilling it, right? Purge of all the lows.
And when did this happen? What time did this happen?
10:04
10:04
Eastern. Purge of all the lows with SMT, with kind of this high resistant curve here.
That's the play right there.
And then we get change in state, and then we hit this. We hit change in state retest. That's that green line, and basically what I was
this
just
big green line right there.
That green line is the change in state.
Yeah.
And so what I was just telling the stream is I was like, I wonder if we went 7 projections of this, because
why 7 projections?
Just from my back testing, I've seen both 7 and 8 projections are both nice.
So that means a 7R. Is that what that means?
Yeah. So, and then we went 7 projections, like exactly.
Oh my goodness.
And I was laughing because I was like, that's literally exactly as I would expect.
Did you see that this week? You saw
Yeah, I said, you know, this we might get first strike back to the upside. I said it, and I was like, I maybe should be looking for that, and I knew that I should, and I messed up.
Was that before you took your break even and your loss?
So I took the break even over at the highs over here, and then I took the loss later. And I should have just known to be bullish. It's hard though. It's hard, but I should have known. We had like you can't stop a freight train. I was just trying to explain this. Like,
yeah,
it's like.
But it does pull back after it goes up extreme. It does pull back.
It does, but not in this specific case. It's a specific case where it was violent. It was violent. We were going through all this old like low resistance highs from 2 months ago. 2-month-old low resistance highs. It's probably not just
but
gonna.
But at 10:02, it did come back down. It did test it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a specific situation where like I probably should have known that this was gonna continue us up. That's the thing. So anyway.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, this is the way you would take this on the 5-second, retesting this. Change in state here. And then realistically, like if I'm taking this live, I'm basically always going to put stop loss beneath that, but you know, just basically just say if you could take this in the most optimal way possible, you'd probably take it like this, and then you target 7 projections, which is at the high of that LRLR. Dad, have I told you about true Pico opens? Dad, have I told you about true Pico?
That sounds like sauce.
Yeah, it's like the sauce.
What does Pico stand for?
So, I did some research on what Pico. So, you know, like micro and then nano. Nano
Yeah.
Smaller than micro. And you know what's
smaller than that?
You know what's smaller than nano?
It's Pico.
Yeah, I have a laser that's a picosecond. It's called a pico. It takes off tattoos.
Yeah, so what's smaller than nano is pico, and I called it pico opens because we already have a name for the 90-minute true opens. That's micro. We already have a name for the, well, I named it because no one else told me, but the 22.5-minute true opens I started calling the nano true opens, and the 5.625-minute true opens, I needed a name for them, so I started calling them the Pico true opens.
Oh, I love it, man.
But look at this. Look at the way the market, it waits for the 5.625-minute true open.
It was what time is that?
So 10:03:15. It waits for this. 10:03:15, true Pico open, manipulation right after, and then change in state, and then delivery. And we're below we're below the nano true open. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
It's Pico sauce.
That's so crazy.
It's the secret Pico sauce, Jake.
It's a secret pico sauce.
And it's like,
It's a hidden gem.
I mean, it's It is. It's genuinely so cool.
It's a hidden gem.
And people are gonna say like it's not real, but like I've backtested it enough to know that it's really really precise. It's like doing like a surgery and like using a microscope. Like
using timing on it, man.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're uncovering the secrets of the promised word of wisdom, Diet 89 Plus, man.
10:04:45. There you go.
Treasures of knowledge.
So this is a first. So the thing with first strike. So it's it's a 1 minute gap. First presented for value gaps on the 1 minute. So you can align that with either 15-second or 5-second. Usually, you can align it with anything, but those are the most common.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen.
Jake, you're amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Who would have thought of that Pico?
I think anyone because it's what's below nano.
I know, right?
Oh, Lance Goodison.
10:04:45. First strike. 1 minute.
Pikachu?
Should I make Pikachu open underneath the Pico open?
Yes! Do it.
10:04:45.
Do it.
I don't understand
First
why
strike.
my phone doesn't
1 minute.
work.
Whoops.
I really don't understand.
Turn it on and then off again.
Number 2. Should we look at something else now besides the first strike, which I've been looking at for forever? Should probably look at something else.
Pikachu!
I'm gonna look at something else besides the true Pico open on the first strike. What's cool is we had another true open get souped over
I
here.
think if I had I want to get all these screens in the workout room so I can be watching everything.
Yeah, and I want to get. So right now my left monitor does trade of 8. My left monitor does trade of 8, and it does I'd have it do Forex Factory, Trade of 8, and Discord. My middle monitor, I have it do OBS, and I have it do SB Pro, and then the right monitor I have do Trading View. And then I have my
Then you don't have to
phone.
be opening up everything all the time.
And then I have my phone do. My phone I have it
Call
do
Lance Gunderson.
alerts, like anytime we get news or anything like that. I'm thinking I kind of want another monitor for SB Pro.
That's what I think. For sure. If it's going to help you. Jake, seconds matter in your game. You can't be messing around. It distracts you.
Yeah.
You cannot. You're a surgeon. You have to have your eyes on in the game all the time, be able to look up and have information.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea,
Call
personally.
Lance Gunderson. This thing.
Should we we could look at the 5-second Venom model, or we could look at a continuation play off of the, I don't even know, or we could look at 11 a.m. play. There's 11 a.m. stuff too. Actually, before any of that, let's see how many projections this goes up.
Yeah. Well, there's an idea.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Straight from heaven.
What's the best way to project this?
Totally.
7. What do you think would be best after 4 and then 7?
11.
11?
Yeah. 4, 7, 11. Straight from heaven. I just made that up.
You're actually right. That was pretty precise.
Ooh.
I have no idea what I was saying. I just thought 11 would be good.
11.
That's pretty precise, though. You gotta give yourself
This
enough
is
credit.
not-
I would think 15. I would think 15. How
You
does
would?
5 or 14?
Yeah. 15 or 14. One of those. You know?
Or
Call Lance Gunderson. It's not working.
Here, let me come to your rescue.
I don't understand.
Did you turn it on and off again?
I turned my whole phone off.
I think you can do basically whatever projection you want. I think past 7
Still
projections
got
you can do
access
whatever
to it,
projection you want.
Yeah, why can't you see anything?
I mean, there's 16. 16 projections is
I'm
nice.
stuck in the middle of the ocean. Oh, I am in the middle of the ocean. How funny is that?
Oh, that was hilarious.
I'm so funny.
Yeah, I would just say anything past 6. I would say basically you could just do whatever you want past 16.
Maybe your phone would work.
Oh, yeah, maybe. You want my phone?
I don't understand.
I mean, the internet's working. Why can't you make a call? Turn on Wi-Fi calling. Allow Wi-Fi calling.
This is just incredible. This is really cool. So yeah, 16R off first strike up to that high, but we keep going. I think it goes 50R. I think it does.
Open settings, top cellular or phone, top Wi-Fi phone. Okay. Settings, cellular.
That is so sick. That's like
Yeah.
yeah.
You know it's a gift. You can spot this stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's
you can't get discouraged. It's like, you know how many times it took Einstein to, what's the guy's name? Edison.
yeah.
1,000 times. Discover light. You can't get discouraged, man.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I do get discouraged, but I don't let it get to me. Like I just
You
move.
gotta
I
use
just
every
shrug it
tool
off.
in your resource, man. Including your dad.
I'm trying.
You might have to go down to the thing. The Zoom thing.
Yeah, let's look at something else
I don't
now.
know why it's not working.
The Zoom thing.
You might have to go down to the Zoom counter. You know what I'm talking about?
Call Lance Gunderson. Update setting. Wi-Fi call emergency. Add Wi-Fi calling for other devices.
Yeah, I want to look at Market Open next because here's the thing about Market Open. I knew.
Call Lance Gunderson.
I knew exactly
You knew.
what I wanted to see.
You
What
knew
I,
what I'm. You know what I'm saying? You
I
knew.
knew what I wanted to see. We had 2 different data lows. It was like shark bait right here.
Yeah. Totally.
They went right for it. And then, right as it hit,
Facts.
Mom, stop.
What if I hit cellular data?
Don't do that. You'll end up losing a ton of money. Do not do that. Just
Right,
go
we
down
had
to
2
the
different data lows.
over by Bolero.
Both of them get taken.
Boom thing. They can help you.
We have our true opens.
DOOM.
We have
Over by
922,
Bolero's.
30.
What floor is that on?
I think it's 6.
Then we have a data high here.
Remember when we got it for Jade?
I really like backtesting.
Over by the Pearl Cafe. Except I need the internet too
Whoops.
to listen to my music. So we might have to both go down there. Say, why aren't we able to get on until we pay for it? You want me to go with you?
Sure.
Okay.
We should look at how I could have taken this as Dark Phoenix. This whole thing is accumulation.
Where's mine? Uh-oh. Are these mine? Or are these yours? You get mine. Okay. Now I just need my key card, which I think is in here. Yep, okay. Let's go. Bye, Jake.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go work out.
Alright.
Okay, see you later.
See ya. Are you working out too?
No, I'll be back.
Where are you going?
I gotta go down to the boom place to get my phone fixed.
Oh, okay. See ya. My guess is we had S&T with this. I mean, I know we did. It's not my guess. I already know. But which asset was it? Dude, I feel like every day I just get a little better. It's hard to see in the moment, but every day I get a little better. The fact we had 2 data lows today was just kind of funny. Yeah, dude. I mean, we got so many SMTs. That was crazy. We got stacked SMTs with ES. Sheesh. That's cool. So there's SMT there. And then another SMT here is like, that's crazy. We're below 922.30. So this right here, since we have a rejection block, especially since we have one on the 5-minute, which I'll pop up on real quick here. Since we have a rejection block here, and it's also a data low, this is a Dark Phoenix trade. And I wish I took it. I wish I took it. But the fact I can see it is pretty cool, right? Right, so we have a 5-minute rejection block right here. So if you don't know what a Dark Phoenix model is, it is basically a soup of a rejection block with SMT. So a normal Phoenix model is using a rejection block or the midpoint of a rejection block with SMT. Dark Phoenix is souping a rejection block with SMT, right? So let me put this in my notes real quick. So just for complete clarification, Dark Phoenix is souping a rejection block with SMT. And why would you ever do this? Because the other asset's having a Phoenix model. That's why. The other asset's having a Phoenix model. So if I soup it, then I know, like, it's, you know, the other asset's probably going to hold. And it's incredibly likely when you have a very specific low, right? So, and it's incredibly likely when you have a very specific low below true opens. For instance, like market open low, data low, etc. Right? This is Dark Phoenix. That's what this is. You know what? I don't even want this one. I don't even care. All I want to show is accumulation. Let's actually let's look at the old true open prior to 928 because that was the one that was being used. The one prior was 905. We could even take a look at the Nano True Open. I mean the Pico. Wait, whoops, that's not what I want. Right, there's 905.30, there's 922.30, and True Pico Open. For fun, let's go ahead and look at it. Where's True Pico Open? 923.54. 923.50. Now this is where things just get fun. I mean, wow. 923.54. Then we get a Dark Phoenix. 9. Honestly, though, I wouldn't go below. I know I said this with the 22.5 minute True Opens, but I changed my mind. I would say you could go below. You could use the Pico True Opens, but I wouldn't go below the Pico True Opens. 923.54.3. I mean, maybe you could. You know what? I don't. My brain's gonna hurt if I think that far. I'm just going to focus on Pico Opens and not go below that. 923.54.375. 923.54. True 5.625 minute. That is so sick. And what do you see here? The True Open. It's all get manipulated. And what is this? It's a Dark Phoenix. And what is the cool part about this? We can measure projections of the rejection block. My guess is it's exactly 0.25 projections of the rejection block. Dude! Trading is so cool. Oh my gosh. This is so sick. Now, wow. Now, tell me about that kind of precision. Nuts, dude. We have data low there, data low here, so we have two sweeps of data lows. 0.25 standard deviations below the rejection block. We have, what is that? We have the low. And then what? Rocket fuel. So now, imagine taking that. Imagine that one. Explaining that one to your friends. They might not be. They might lose their mind. Like, I'm gonna just say it for real. They might just lose their mind, right? Because ain't no way they are gonna be able to comprehend this. They're not. It's going to be like incomprehensible. but yet you'd be able to do it. I have an appointment in I don't know, 15 minutes, so I gotta go soon. That's absurdity. So I would just always put stop loss like probably like between 0.5 and 0.75 projections below the rejection block. That is insane, bro. Now, imagine taking this live. I probably had the capability to take this live today. If I could just tell myself from the past, be like, yo, we're going to get a 5-minute rejection block. We're going to sweep both data lows. I want you to basically Dark Phoenix that. I would have caught this. But the thing is, I just messed it up slightly, but I know I can catch this. I know it. This ain't that difficult. $927.30. I guess we have the 928 true open right there, somewhere within that, but it's whatever. 927.30 Dark Phoenix on what time frame? The 32nd. I guess aligned with a. Would you consider this a 5-minute Dark Phoenix or a 30-second? I don't know. Hey, what up, Azika? Good to see you, bro. What do you guys think? Would I call this a rejection? This would be a 5-minute one. Yeah, this would be a 5-minute Dark Phoenix. 927.30, because we're souping the 5-minute rejection block, right? 927.30. We're souping the 5-minute rejection block, so I'm gonna refer to this as a 5-minute Dark Phoenix. 927.30. Bang. Dark Phoenix, 5-minute rejection block. So sick. Let's see if Akash says anything. No. I still need to make my trade archives accessible. I feel like I should do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now. It shouldn't be hard. I just gotta make a new file. Or I gotta just upload I gotta upload this whole file here. It's like, what do you mean upload the whole thing? Actually, this is not gonna take that long. I thought it would take longer. Anyway, it's uploading. It's being fast. If I exit out of it, will it stop? Good. Hey, what up? What up, Lily? How's it going? How are you? We're just back testing. I was just uploading the files because those are supposed to be available, and I still haven't uploaded them for people who are in the who are subscribed to the membership thing, and I keep forgetting to do it. So I'm doing that right now. Yeah, wow. We really could have caught so many different trades. I mean, let's also just take a look at the Venom model on the 5-second, which is also just incredible, right? So if you can truly align time and price, check this out. So we're going to get rid of the Pico Open right there. We're just going to take a look at the 90-minute True Open. We are going to take a look at the 22.5-minute True Open. And then you can see here we have a BPR overlapping sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. We have a Dark Phoenix here. We have SMT with ES there. And then bang. Sweep of data low. Below the 5-minute rejection block. Okay. Boom. And then what happens, right? What's so cool, this is so sick. 928.05. So the true open of the peak of the 22.5 minute cycle, the new one, is 928, right? 07. So within this candle here. I know. Okay, I have to go in 3 minutes, but we're gonna look at this for 1 second first. 928.07 true Pico open within, true Nano open within this. Okay. So we're below 90-minute true open. Below the true micro open, below the true nano open. And now we need to get out the Pico open, which will be at like 929 something. 929.31. This is so sick. And now, would you look at that? Dude, I need to make an indicator for this. Like, I know I have the Ghost in the Machine, but I gotta make it better, dude. I gotta make it better because if I can, then I'm a really get the precision in the market that is required to be the elite, right? If I make an indicator that can tell me all this. Because then what happens? Then we get a Venom model. We get a Venom model here to here, overlapping bullish and bearish BPRs on the 5-second. After taking the data low with SMTs. I do have to go pretty soon. I might start the stream up again though in a second. So this is Dark Phoenix. Data low gets swept. We have Venom model here on the 5-second. Below all the true opens. Mind blown. Mind absolutely blown. Isn't this crazy? We could even mark out Venom model like this. I like this a little better. And then when we mark out Venom model like this, here's the true implied fair value gap. Dang. That's just insane. Bro. Now tell me that isn't cool. Right? Now tell me that isn't cool. That right there is precision. Precision. Oh my gosh. I know, I have to go. I got 2 minutes. We could even mark it out like this. Y'all, I think it's better to mark it out like this. And then that's even more precise. Then we end up with something like this. And this is just absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh. What a crazy trade, dude. Up to the data high. But the thing is, you have to really see all this that fast, and that's not easy at all. Oh my gosh. But that is incredible. $929.55. Good luck. That seems great. I'm backtesting some concepts as well. Awesome. Yeah, I'll be back probably in like an hour. I have to go. Let's mark this out. 9:29:55. Venom on the 5-second. Bang. The more I backtest, the deeper the rabbit hole goes, and the deeper we go. We just keep going deeper, deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. Yeah, man, that's crazy. 9:29:55. Venom on the 5-second. Is there anything else to look at with that? I don't think so. 9:29:55 on the Venom on the 5-second. All right, that should be good. That is 9:20.